Irving, Texas-based International Western Petroleum focuses on the acquisition, development, and exploration of crude oil and natural gas properties in Texas. Joining us in our New York City studios for the very first time is Ross Ramsey. He's the co-founder and CEO of International Western Petroleum. Ross, first tell our viewers how you co-founded International Western Petroleum with Dr. Benjamin Tran and what the company's core business strategies are right now.
Me and Dr. Tran put a great structure in the company, saw the type of structure that we want to run as partners in this company, and saw the success we were having, saw the interest that we were having, and it was our goal and plan, and we followed that to the T. We created International Western Petroleum. We both co-founded it in 2014, and here we are today with our ticker symbol on the OTCQB market, ticker symbol INWP. Our International Western Petroleum, our projects and acquisitions going on are dominating through Central West Texas. To be real accurate, it's the Fort Worth Basin, the Bend Arch region of Texas. Very prolific, a lot of history behind this. We've done numerous and over studies of acreage, types of geology, seismic, 2D seismic, 3D seismic, geochem. And we really started kicking off in 2014, drilling 10 wells, 5,000 foot shallower vertical holes with great success rate. We hit those wells at 100%. Right now we're about to go in and do an infill drilling style. It's going to be 22 PUDs, and for the viewers that are listening, PUDs is proven undevelopment. That's precise locations on where we can put these wells. And the acquisition side, we're very, very strong in that. You're looking at oil right now that you can look at reserves on it, or you can look at the daily production, and it's pennies on the dollar with the low WTI mark today. So we're very, very heavily active.
So when you say run your geology, because a lot of people don't know how oil gets from ground to barrel, if you could give us a brief synopsis. When you go in there, you say, we're going to pick this spot. How does it work?
Well, we have to run our geology. Your geology is going to start with subsurface geology. That's going to tell you your highs, your lows on where you can drill well bores. Rule of thumb always in this business, and my family's been in it since '36, so I'm very old school at our geology methods. You always want to drill on a high, and believe it or not, you always want to drill on a creek, on a bend. That's called creekology. Now, this is very old school methods here. My family's had great success at this, but that's going to be step one, run your subsurface. Step two, you want to come in, run a geochem style studies, what we've been running. It's a satellite, getting oil seepage or gas seepage to the surface, creating hot spots. From there, precise where those hot spots are coming. That's going to be called your PUDs, proven undevelopment, and that's where that well's going to go.
Explain IWP's projects and capabilities right now.
International Western Petroleum's current projects are very wide in variety here. We have our bulk of our projects, our drilling packages right now, ranging up to 22 well bores, all shallow, 5,000 foot and back. The beauty behind our drilling is we're not a one-shot in the dark type of company when we drill a well. To me, when I'm sitting up on the surface and I'm drilling a well, it makes no sense to just drill 5,000 foot for one pay zone. That's risky. Everything that we do, you have pay zones up to 4, 5, 6 a well. You could have one.
Explain a pay zone for a viewer.
A pay zone is where a hydrocarbon, oil or gas, can be. And what it does for us as a company, it enhances our reserves, and it increases the longevity of these wells. We have well bores that will be producing when you and I are long gone. And the reason behind that, we can start deep in the well, produce that. When that's dry and we're ready to go up the hole, set a plug, go back to the new formation. So they can keep going and going and going.
How does IWP acquire its oil and gas properties? Take us through the structure for people who are not familiar how it's done.
Several different ways. Probably the most traditional way is wherever we want to play at, and what I mean by play is drill wells, is we always do a well control study. Okay, so if we're going to be in Central West Texas, and we have, let's say, 1,000 acres that we're looking at for lease. One thing we're going to do is a well control, study wells dating back to even the 60s, the 50s, on what they did, what size casing they set, how they stimulated their zones, and then we go in and we lease. Okay, we find our landowners, we lease at the dollar amount we see fit and they see fit, run our geology, and then it's time to let the drill bit go to work.
IWP recently obtained the trading symbol INWP on the over-the-counter market. For viewers interested in your company, what's next for IWP?
The biggest thing that we have in the pipeline right now on our future is we just applied for an uplist to the NASDAQ Capital Market. That's something that is a milestone, and we're going to get there. And this company only has one way to go, and that's up, and that's exactly what we're going to do.
Excellent news. Now, going off the beaten path here, last question. For people who want to know about Ross Ramsey himself outside of the company, what do you want to tell them about yourself?
I'm fourth generation. I am a younger gentleman. I tell everybody I'm all oil. This is what I've been taught. This was what was bred into me. It's an absolute milestone for me to be sitting here, and it does. It gives me goosebumps. I'm in New York talking to you. Like I said, a younger gentleman. I'm active. This is something that fires me up tremendously, and I am an oil man. I love putting on the suits, but don't kid yourself. Give me a Stetson and some cowboy boots, and let's go and let's drill oil wells and make oil.
Well, if people want to learn more about International Western Petroleum, what's the website?
Website is iwpetroleum.com. We have our latest press releases. We have footage from our oil fields that our viewers can see, tons of pictures, and they can get a great understanding for what we're bringing to the open market.
Ross, thank you very much for joining us here in our New York studios on New to the Street. We hope you come back to us and keep us updated on the future progress of International Western Petroleum.
Thanks, sir.